weird enough conversation that I had at damn 1 something in the morning. It was about money and finance. We all trying to get some more of that stuff, that green stuff, for good or bad purposes. And some will get it, do the right thing with it. Some will get it and lose, use, and miss and abuse it. But one thing I made an observation from working around people that have money, reading, listening, and observing people that have money is people that have money know their money. And it's easy for us to sit around and complain about not having enough or it come and go, it's here and there. That shit is easy as hell. But we don't really be paying attention to our money. How many of us actually have written out what we have going out and what's coming in? Virtually none of us. How do we even pay our bills? Oh, it's coming up in a few days. We get that text message from hell or that email, hey, it's coming due. Or you go to make that call and find out that your shit is disconnected. Oh, let me rush and try to pay that. Disorganized, off our feet, all over the place with our money, with our wealth, what we have coming, even a little bit we have. You say, well, I ain't got to do that because I ain't got enough money. Well, shit, if you can't do it with $10, what the hell you gonna do it with 10,000? What you gonna do with 100,000? Worse. Lottery winners, for example, they broke back again. So I had to check myself and say, well, if I'm complaining about not having enough money or the money not going further or stretching longer, but I have no knowledge of my money, where it's going, when it needs to go, and when it's time for it to stay. Wealthy people have this. They know what each dollar account for. Or then they say Oprah signs her own check still. I don't know Oprah business, but I heard it somewhere that she still signs her own checks. And I bet you, and when I was having this conversation, I said, I bet you that if you was personal friends with Oprah and you look at her and say, how much money you got in your checking? How much money you got saved? I bet you before she grabbed that phone, she can sit there and tell you, and the number will be a lot damn closer than you think. How can you control something that you know nothing about? How can you control something that you're not, I mean, it came to me in a revelation, but how can I complain when I don't know what's coming in and out? Or what the hell is going on? Or what needs to come out in 3 months? What needs to come out in 2 months? I told Wayne Chandler on the phone, it was about, I think like a month ago, we was talking, and I said, I noticed one thing, Wayne, about wealthy people. You know what I noticed? They pay their bills in 3, 6 month, and annual increments. Rich folks don't have folks in their face every 2 damn weeks on some bullshit. That's just the real spiel. They don't have folks in their face every 5 minutes. They already got that shit planned out for a year, 2 years, 3. I had a friend that came from a wealthy family, my early 20s. When he was going to college, his folks was going over there to his apartment. They paid that apartment yearly. They paid that tuition yearly. They put some money aside for him to use for the year, and then they was done. They had knowledge and awareness of their money. Therefore, that's how they had money. They knew where every dollar was going and where everything. He had a food allotment, all of that. They made some people say, I ain't gonna be up under that. Well, if you out of control, you handling your money out of control, well, guess what? You ain't got no damn control over your money. And guess what? I can't complain if I'm living like that. If that's the behavior, what's wrong with writing this shit down? You know, lessons we learn, and I'm enjoying on my vlog because I get to be so real and candid and share real stories and not have to create fabricated things and give my honest opinion and share the honest lessons that I'm learning with people out there.